Baseball Books and Banter. Today's another half episode, let's call it. This time it is a review of All Aboard for Murder by Ellen Byron, the third in her Golden Motel Mysteries. Very hard to see. I'm sorry. I'll put the caption. It's part of the Great Escapes book review tour, as I've talked about before. I just started doing them this year because I love cozy mysteries, and I've actually had a couple of my own books through their virtual tours and loved it so much. And I just so this book, I was really excited to see as part of the virtual book tours because I'm a hunormous, that's not even a word, but it is the morning, so forgive me, a ginormous Ellen Byron fan. She's just so cool. She's the nicest person. I don't think we've ever had like a full conversation, but every time I see her at Malice or at any conference, she's just lovely. She was the Toastmaster this last year at the Malice Domestic that I had to miss, unfortunately. So hopefully I'll get to see her again soon. She's another one of the authors who jumped on the author trading card bandwagon. So I was really excited about that, and I can't wait to get one of her cards. But this is, like I said, the third book in the Golden Motel series. It follows Dee, who is a former Dee Stern, who is a former sitcom writer, which, for those that know, Ellen herself is a former sitcom writer. And she goes through this horrible work event and a horrible breakup with a husband, and decides to purchase an old motel in the mountains of California, and in a town called Found Gold. And it's a really funny conceit, because between opening this motel with her other former ex-husband, who's now her best friend, Jeff, of course, murders happen, because it's a cozy mystery. It wouldn't be a cozy mystery without some death. And she just keeps her whip smart attitude in place. She has a nemesis named Verity, who's very funny. And I love, first of all, I want to go to the Golden Motel because it sounds really fun, even if they secretly online call it the Murder Motel. I took a lot of notes while reading, because there were parts when I really, 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 really laughed. I'm trying to think. So I guess this is my first review, like a live review. So I don't have a rating system, but I was trying to think of a good rating system for Baseball Books and Banter. So I think we're going to do on a scale of strike out the side. No, the batter strikes out on 3 straight pitches, or hits a game-winning home run in the last inning walk-off. So in between, there's a lot that could happen. Obviously, a walk-off win, home run is the highest. Obviously, striking out on 3 straight pitches, the worst. This is definitely not that. So don't worry, Ellen. Don't worry if you're a fan of the cozies. This is not going to be that kind. I very rarely, especially books that I read that I know the people. This sounds weird, but I know, as an author, I know how hard it is to get to that point. So very rarely will I read a book that I hate and review it. So that is not that. So this book, on the new scale that I just created literally this minute, I would say this is solidly a complete game pitching performance. It's funny. There's a murder with high stakes. I didn't guess the killer until the end. I had suspicions, but I think that makes a good cozy mystery if you have your own suspicions and you try to tease it out yourself. The murder victim is a cantankerous man who owns a old-timey railroad station, hence All Aboard for Murder. And he is the last of his descendants in this area who found gold and all this stuff. And of course, he is found dead at a big anniversary event. There's also a hint of thievery involved. And it's really funny because she really gets into the influencer milieu of people. And there's a lot of really funny moments where Dee, who's on the opposite side of influencer, um, kind of trying to grapple with some of the language and the Gen Z of it all. And there is a part where she says she's going to go as Sporty Spice, and Jeff says nobody's going to know who that is. And as a millennial, I really enjoyed that. I also, at the end of the book, towards the end of the book, one of my favorite parts is she references the military. And she said the only thing she knows about the military is Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra and On the Town. And that is one of my top 10 movies of my entire life. Love it so much. Gene Kelly's my fave. So I'm really into this. I'm trying to find more notes. See, I should have been better prepared. Nobody Loves a Weeper, male or female. Loved it. Nope, that's a different highlight. And it's just one of the best parts about Ellen's writing is how snappy it is. You feel like it feels like it could be a sitcom, like a murder sitcom, if that's a thing. I think that should be a thing. So if I'm not a producer, I also love the charcutes business that she's in on board, because my brother's girlfriend is a big fan of the charcutes. And I think every time I read about somebody doing a job as a charcuterie artist, I'm like, that could be her job soon. So shout out Shannon. So yeah, so I think if you enjoy a cozy mystery, witty banter, there was a sad moment, a relationship moment, but then there's a hot guy, former football player possibly, who gets butt naked. Don't worry, you don't like it's not smutty. You're not getting a smut book. You're getting a book with a sweet story of found family romance. Her father is adorable with all his voices. So I'm a huge fan. I think Ellen is a master at her cozy craft. I also, one of my other favorite parts of the book, she also writes the vintage cookbook mysteries in New Orleans, and she references that in the book. And I thought that was really kind of fun. As someone with only one series, when I see an author like Easter egg other series or their own books, I think that's the coolest thing. So honestly, if you love, like I said, a classic cozy mystery, witty banter, heart, found family, it's spooky because it's set in the fall Halloween time. If you're a fan of California, you get a really good kind of road trip vibe. And also Bud the Bear. Love Bud the Bear. He's a snorer, just so you know. So definitely, if you are a cozy mystery fan, like I said, this is equivalent on my scale of pitching a complete game, which is pretty good. I don't think that, other than hitting a home run walk off and getting mobbed at the home plate, there isn't a lot else that's better. So All Aboard for Murder by Ellen Byron. It comes out, I should have looked this up. I'm going to say in the fall. Here, let me be really bad at this and do it right now. All aboard for murder. I love saying it like that. It comes out it comes out at the end of this month. Okay, July 28th, it looks like. And look at me. But it's perfect for your summer ween. I know that's a new thing we're talking about. Speaking of influencers, people who just want spooky stuff before the holiday. So get prepared for your fall vibes. And like I said, my mom always says always in July, it's almost winter. So you need to get your cozy fall vibes going. So again, 2 thumbs up to Ellen Byron. That's also my grading scale. And go pick it up. July 20, what did I say? The 28th, 26th, whatever. Go pick it up next week or get it from your local library. Read the other 2 in the series as well, because like I said, it really does the story is just so organic and it flows. And in this one, we see, look, this is why I'm bad at reviews. You also get a little insight into her previous life a little bit more. She goes to LA to do a panel, so you get to learn a little bit more about her, uh, other people in her world from the previous life. And I just think that's, you'll love the characters, you'll love the story, and you'll laugh. I mean, what else can you want out of a cozy mystery? So congratulations to Ellen Byron. Go pick it up now. All Aboard for Murder, and go Red Sox. Happy reading.